The book of Leviticus has earned the crown of outright despicable and frank revolting immorality in the Bible. It's chock-filled with ritual animal sacrifice, irrational justification for murder, peculiar rules for menstruation, primitive therapeutics, prohibition against wearing mixed fabrics, anti-barber, handicapped inferiority, and much, much more. While fundamentalists attempt at dragging the following rules kicking and screaming into the 21st century, most moderates skip over them or make excuses for them. Reading the Bible, especially the book of Leviticus, initiated my skepticism that this was not inspired by a just, benevolent being interested in ensuring our ethical standards. Our first passage from Leviticus is from chapter 18 and 20, which are God's alleged instructions and thoughts of homosexuals and the penalty for not adhering to said commandments.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
This repulsive mandate in the Bible has been the source of the discrimination and historical murder of the LGBT community. With gay marriage currently legal in all states in America as of June 26, 2015, we as a nation are slowly but surely heading into the right direction as it pertains to human rights. Next, we have a few verses from Leviticus 19, which the anonymous author writes,
Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads. Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
This passage strictly forbids the wearing of mixed fabrics. However, I tend to see Christians wear all of the latest fashion from Forever 21, Gap, H&M, and many other modern fashion retail outlets. If this command really came from the creator of the universe, don't you think you should take it more seriously? The command that prohibits the cutting of one's hair is disgusting, unrealistic, and revolting. Imagine every person in modern society walking around with their hair dragging along the ground or looking like one of our distant primate ancestors. Also, it is fair to note that if this verse found within this ethics-infused inerrant book were the mandates from a deity, why are there so many barbershops scattered among our quote-unquote Christian nation? Most barbers, including mine, are devout Christians who claim to follow the quote-unquote Word of God, but like most Christians, the parts that they do not like are skipped over. Next up, we have Leviticus 21.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, saying, Whosoever he be of thy seed in their generations that hath any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his God. For whatsoever man he be that hath a blemish, he shall not approach. A blind man, or a lame, or he that hath a flat nose, or anything superfluous, or a man that is broken-footed, or broken-handed, or crook-backed, or a dwarf, or that hath a blemish in his eye, or be scurvy, or scabbard, or hath his stones broken. No man that hath a blemish of the seed of Aaron the priest shall come nigh to offer the offerings of the Lord made by fire. He hath a blemish. He shall not come nigh to offer the bread of his God. He shall eat the bread of his God, both of the most holy and of the holy. Only he shall not go in unto the veil, nor come nigh unto the altar, because he hath a blemish, that he profane not my sanctuaries. For I, the Lord, do sanctify them.
This is plainly put revolting. Anybody who is sane and has a clear understanding of the concepts of logic and reason will scoff at such an offensive passage. Any being claimed to possess infinite wisdom so far beyond anything imaginable has this to say? The utter savagery and bigotry of such a passage. This unprecedented absurdity does not make any sense and only demotes the author's humanity further. Christians, ask yourself this question. If God is all-loving, why did he say this? In conclusion, I will include one of the most repulsive verses in Leviticus.
Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor.